Typically I don't bring a sheet of paper to talk off of when I talk about nominees that I have urged the White House to put in play, because I know them pretty well. And this is no exception, except I was afraid I'd forget all the stuff that Steve Boo has done if I didn't bring a cheat sheet, because he has an amazing record of leadership within the legal profession in my state. He grew up in a small town called Republic, Missouri, and attended Missouri State University, which is located in Springfield in the southwest corner of our state. That's where he met his wife, Andrea. He attended law school at the University of Missouri, located in Kansas City, and he was editor-in-chief of the Law Review during his time at law school. After law school, he clerked for a very distinguished judge in our history in the state, Judge Scott Wright. After that, he began practicing law, and he has been a partner in his own law practice for a number of years. Prior to that, he was an associate at a very respected law firm, Schamberg, Johnson & Bergman. But he has been practicing on his own since 2002 in his own law firm, where he is a partner. So he understands the challenges of small businesses and that fear that you have gnawing in your stomach that everyone gets paid before you do, and therefore you must work hard. He's active in a lot of bar organizations and has served in leadership roles in almost every bar organization in our state. He has been president of the Kansas City Bar Association, Young Lawyers Section. He's been on the board of directors of the Kansas City Metropolitan Bar Association, the board of governors of the Missouri Bar Association, and currently serves on the board of governors of his university, Missouri State. He serves as an adjunct professor at UMKC Law School, teaching federal jurisdiction and trial advocacy. Additionally, he serves on the Professor Robert Downs Scholarship Committee, an endowed scholarship at UMKC Law School. Steve has been president of the UMKC Law Alumni Association and is a member of the Board of Trustees for the UMKC Law Foundation. Now, the best part about Steve Boo are the people he has with him today. He has with him today his wife, Andrea, who is a lawyer in her own right. She is an accomplished attorney who works in a very respected law firm in Kansas City doing real estate development work, municipal bonds, and has specialized in making sure people understand their obligations under our Sunshine Law, which is the state equivalent of FOIA. Then they have two children, and boy, they look good today, and I've got to mention their names. I mean, Grant is sporting a bow tie, Mr. Chairman, that you should long for. Ashley and Grant are their two children, and they are very active in the community. Both Mr. and Mrs. Boo serve as elders in their church, and I remember my mother, when she met Steve Boo at her church, he came up to her, and as did his wife, and made sure that she knew that they were there for her at the church. And I remember her telling me, not long after she met Steve Boo, you know, you need to do something for him someday. He's a class act. He is a smart man. I am really pleased that the White House has nominated him for this important job as district judge. He has been in the courtroom so many times. He understands that litigants need fair decisions that are made quickly. That all of the pleadings need to be read and appreciated, and the work that lawyers put into cases need to be consumed by judges, not just by people who work for them. And he will never get robitis. This is somebody who doesn't have an arrogant bone in his body, and even though his appointment is for his life, he will be humble his entire life as he sits in this important position in our judiciary. I appreciate very much the opportunity to introduce him to you today. I can confidently recommend his confirmation, and thank you very much for giving me this time.